After hosting numerous successful motivational talks, women and your empowerment events, Dikeledi Xulu decided to pen down an inspirational book that she titled The Journey. Using her own life story and personal experiences, the read details important guidelines to encourage the reader to discover their own path of hope and a better tomorrow. Well, Dee The Motivator, as she's popularly known, joins us now via Skype to give us a taste of her motivational path that she details in her book. Dee, a very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Dikeledi?
I'm very good, thanks. How are you?
Good to hear that. Let's now start with what this book is all about and why it is so important for you to write this book.
This book is about life in general. I had to come to a conclusion that life is a journey. Looking at my my background, how I grew up in a village, and looking around, there was no motivation. The only motivation I had was the dream inside me. I was only driven by the dreams inside me. And when where I am right now, looking back, and I'm like, oh, it is true that life indeed is a journey.
And you say that this is not just a book, but real life events that you can actually relate to in your own life. Do speak to us about what you mean by that.
For example, in chapter 1, I spoke about I am not my background. I'm talking about our past experiences. I want to believe that everyone has a past. And in most cases, where we come from, it's either we don't want to talk about it, we are not proud of, because some of the things, they are so heartbroken. But then, because life is a journey, you get to learn from the things that you went through.
Take us through some of the important lessons in the book that are important stepping stones, really, to guide one in the right path leading to a better tomorrow.
Pardon?
Do you want to take us through some of the very important and valuable lessons that are a very important stepping stone that can guide me, the reader, in the path that you want them to go to and leading to a better tomorrow?
All right. I spoke about self-forgiveness. If one can personalize forgiveness, because in most cases, we tend to expect people to come back to us and say, I am sorry, I did 1, 2, 3. I am sorry because of what I've done. But if maybe we can come to a conclusion that forgiveness, it's not really about the next person, but in most cases it's about you. As I'm talking right now, there are people who are struggling from their experiences, their partners. Maybe they've done them wrong, and until today, they're expecting them to come back to apologize, and those people, they are not even sorry. So you have to personalize forgiveness and tell yourself that, you know what, let me forgive them for what they've done to me, whether they are sorry or not. Personalize it instead of expecting people to come back and apologize.
And I suppose then that this is what you live by. This is the mantra that keeps you going, the fact that you need to forgive yourself first of all and forgive the next person. But then some people may find it really, really hard, especially now that in South Africa we have seen incidents of gender-based violence coming to the fore yet again. So how would you advise people to just to self-forgive and forgive others?
What I would say is that value yourself more than the next person, because at the end of the day, you'll be the one struggling, not the other person. Most people who do us wrong, for example, maybe I'm struggling from the fact that I was raped at a very young age, and that person is continuing with his life as normal. They are not even sorry. They will never come to a point where they come to you and say, you know what, I am sorry for what I've done. So what I would say to our fellow South Africans is that personalize it, make it about you, value yourself more than anything else, as much as you are the victim, but tell yourself that, you know what happened, but I had to let go, because unforgiveness, it's like it's more like a poison inside you. Slowly but surely, it will devour you, and you'll end up having issues with you'll end up having issues with anger, because now your heart, your spirit, your soul is full of unforgiveness. So just personalize it, whether you are a victim or not, and let it go and continue with your life.
Interesting. What I also found interesting is how you talk about the importance of friends and how one must be wary of, you call it destiny blockers. What do you mean by this?
I want to believe that most of the people around you, in a nutshell, they make who you are. They have influence. So if I have 5 friends, it is possible that I will resemble 80% of them. So it is very important to look around you. Who are your associates? Especially, I spoke about friends. Some friends, you'll tell them that, you know what, this is what I want to do. And they will think, no, Dee, you cannot do that. Look at you. You are from a village. You cannot do 1, 2, 3. They will always discourage you instead of encouraging you. So you have to look around you and decide whether you want to keep them company or you just want to keep a distance, because it is better to be alone than keeping people who doesn't add value in your life.
All right, Dee, thank you so much for your time and for your valuable insight. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it as well.
That's Mpumalanga-based author and inspirational speaker Dikeledi Dee The Motivator Xulu. She just joined us there via Skype to discuss her book titled The Journey, a Book of Hope.